So, welcome everyone to this live. Today, we're going to be talking about Tamar and what's going on with Tamar. She's been going through a lot with, saying that her life has been changed because of some injuries that she got. She's been going through a lot with her and Funky Dineva's relationship. So I want to look into, I've already looked into her chart and I want to look into her cards to get a little bit more information on like what's going on with Tamar and what we can possibly learn from this situation. So before I get into her cards and like look at what the general energy is with her right now, I want to tell you what I got from looking at her chart. So her Mercury is two things. It's debilitated and it's her Atmakarka. It's the planet that represents her purpose. So what Mercury can represent is being the youngest, especially with it ruling her fourth house of home and family. It shows that, she's the youngest because Mercury represents youth. And with it being debilitated, it kind of shows like why she seems like extremely different from her sisters. Like, for instance, one of the things when I was used to watch like the reality show is like why does Tamar, like the way she talks and the way her sisters communicate, the way they speak is like totally different. Because I'm like, why does she sound like extra ghetto and they sound, like I don't like they have some sense. I could have said that better, but that's what that's what I was always thinking. And that is, I believe that subconsciously, because when Mercury is debilitated, when it's in the zodiac sign Pisces, and Pisces represents things that are hidden, right? And it also represents your subconscious mind. And I think that subconsciously she speaks the way she speaks and acts the way that she acts to differentiate herself from her siblings, because she's not even, her brother doesn't even act the way she acts. So I think that she feels, just like Ayana said, she picked up on it immediately. She's always, people say she's always trying to seek attention, do attention seeking things, because she feels hidden. As the baby of the family, she feels hidden. And it doesn't help that she was born around a new moon, and her moon is also in Pisces, and so is her sun. And so it makes it like her emotionally very unstable. Okay, very unstable emotionally, and she feels like she's hidden. So she feels like she has to always do things to get attention. She doesn't. She's really talented. Her voice is. She doesn't need to do the things that she does, but because she hasn't worked out things emotionally in a way that she comes off as healed, she feels like she has to do things to seek attention. She has to do these things, because she feels hidden. And it's her feelings of her subconscious or maybe conscious feelings of being hidden trigger her emotionally. And so it's like she always says, like, I noticed through the years she's been like, I don't act like that anymore, I don't do those things anymore, I don't act out anymore, I'm not, um whatever. And then she says she's here, then she does something else. And you're like, what are you doing? But something else that Mercury represents is friendships. And through the years, you can see how she's fallen out with so many people. And I don't keep up with her like that, but I know, like, it's like she's always falling out with somebody. I know Candy is somebody right now, Funky Dineva. When what is her name? Christiane, when she was on tour, was on one of her tour dates with her, and she did something to James Chanel, right? Supposed to be Tamar's friend, and then everybody was saying like Tamar didn't really stick up for him like that. It's something because her Mercury is debilitated, and there's so many lessons that she has to learn with Mercury, because it's also her Atma Karka. Friendships is a big thing that she has to learn how to be a friend. She has to learn how to be a friend, and she has to come to some type of understanding of how, you know, being the baby of the family isn't a curse. Being the baby of the family, like, just, she has to come to some type of acceptance of her place, her birthplace in her family, and yeah, learn how to heal. But if she has not been a friend to her friends, it's very possible she does not know how to be a friend to herself. She has to start there. So with Mercury ruling her home, and it rules her fourth house, and because she has Gemini in her fourth house, and it also rules her seventh house of business and relationships. She really has to, I believe, I don't know if we're the same age or she's a little bit older than me, but she has to really do a lot of reflection on her birthplace and her friendships and how she handles those things. When things keep recurring over and over again, that's God telling us we have to really pay attention to it. We don't want to keep going through the same cycles, because God has so much more for us. After we learn how to end the cycle, we can start a new cycle, and you'll never know what type of opportunities you'll have once you like break the cycle and do something else, do something different. So with that being said, let's look at Tamar's current energy. Which ones do I want to use? I'm going to use the goddess ones. Okay, let's look at Tamar's current energy. What's Tamar's current energy? All right. Oh, that's not good. Okay. So for current energy, we have Saraswati, the arts, but she's reversed, which is not good if she's trying to launch something. Express yourself through creative activities. So I wonder what kind of music she has on this album, if it's really expressing herself, or if it's music that she thinks people just want to hear. With the moon and Mercury in Pisces, like, she's very talented. She's very talented, but she lets the things about her that need to be healed outshine her gifts and talents. Let's see, spend time near water such as a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. Yeah, so she's going through some things emotionally. Independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. I wonder, so you know what? Even she's the baby of the family and she acts out to her sisters. I feel like she doesn't treat her sisters right, and sometimes they don't treat her right, but sometimes it's almost like she kind of starts it, but it might be her way to get attention from them. Maybe growing up, she couldn't get attention from them unless she kind of acted out. What was I talking about? Codependency. Even though she acts the way she acts towards her siblings, and she acts the way she acts towards her friends, I feel like she's still codependent on them, and it's hard for her to just stand alone. So let's go deeper into this. I want to go deeper into this arts card that's reversed, because that's the first card that came out with her current energy. What do we need to know about her current energy? Let's tell me more about this arts card. Medicine woman, ships. Mm. Whew. Okay, tell me some more. Let me use some tarot. Tell me some more about this arts card. It's looking like this has something to do with her feeling powerless, feeling unprotected, um, feeling powerless and feeling unprotected in her family. Tell me more about this arts card. And I saw people in the comments like, did her mom or her sister say anything? Nope. Nope. Nobody said anything. Yeah, she feels unprotected. I think that might have came out. Like I haven't like watched her shows, any of them like consistently. But overall, I do feel like she feels unprotected so far. Oh. 7 of Keys. Hermit. Yeah, this has a... Okay. So it shows that she's working on something. After being... you know, away from us for a while, at least away from what I can see for a while, and what she really needs to focus on loving herself. And maybe I think that she got out of hermit mode too soon. I think she was supposed to do some more work on self-love and loving herself before she got and did this. I feel like it was rushed. Like, even though I feel like we haven't heard from her in a while, I feel like this project is rushed and she needed some more time to spend with herself and loving herself and really learning what that is. I know she, like I said, she says that when she has a big blow up with somebody, then she comes back and is like, I'm healed, I don't do that stuff no more or I don't act like that no more. She really needs to spend some time loving herself and knowing what that is, so she can create a body of work that speaks to that. And I think that will be much more appreciated than it's looking like she's doing the same old thing, seeking attention. Like, even if what she said happened, she really did, you know, like they said, she said wake up in a pool of blood and lost teeth, and maybe that really did happen to her. But who was I watching? I think it was Kempire, or maybe it was Make It Make Sense, and they were talking about, like, it's the boy who cried wolf type of syndrome, where she's always saying, like, doing things for attention, and now it's like we don't know whether to believe her or not. And that's what's, like I said, that's what's overshadowing this launch that she's trying to do with her new CD, or whatever they new CD. I'm old, but that's what could be overshadowing it. So she should have, and that's probably what she's thinking right now, is that she shouldn't have rushed things, and how much healing that she still should be doing on herself. I feel like that's what she's thinking. Like, this was like maybe too soon, but now she has to go with what she started already. She has to go with what she started already and heal this feeling of this sense of being unprotected. I think she has some fears. Maybe it was some fears that she was experiencing, why she felt like she needed to push this body of work out maybe before it was time to. but she has to move on ships. She has to move on from this stage in her life where she's always going at somebody, a friend, somebody who she once called a friend, who now isn't, and this all this back and forth. It is so old. It is so old. Oh, and the last thing that I remember everybody was talking about was when she was talking about Alani Love, when Nene was talking to her on her show, when she was like, it's like, leave the girls from the real alone. That situation is so old. But it's just like, it's almost like she can't. It's almost like she can't. What do we need to, this body of water? Yeah, she should have spent more time. She really should have spent more time dealing with herself emotionally before she came out with something new. It's almost like what they say about Nicki Minaj. Like, we keep getting, and this hurts me to say, because like when I did the other reading for Nicki Minaj, I love Nicki, but we want to see something new now. We don't want to keep, like, you're in your 40s. We want something new. We want to hear something new. We've matured, and we wanted to know what the matured Tamar is like. But we're not going to get that if she doesn't allow herself the time to go within emotionally and to heal emotionally and heal this. I want to go deeper into this independence card. I want to go deeper into this. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Independence, not depending on online beefs or your friendships or lack of friendships. Let's go a little deeper with that, okay? Let's use the light seekers. Tell me more about this independence card and Tamar's current energy. Awakening presence, the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Awakening, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Okay, I'm going to pronounce this slowly. Radha Krishna. What will happen? You want to know what will happen with Tamar? Okay, we're going to get to that. Thank you for being here. Rediscover a lost part of your soul, experience relationship harmony and healing. Okay, well, this relationship harmony and healing. Okay, so yeah, this has a lot to do with her transforming the way she deals with relationships. Focus intention, think about what you desire. Yeah. A lot of this coming out, and this is what I was thinking. A lot of this stuff that's coming out with Tamar, it has a lot to do with this lunar eclipse that's coming. And a lot of, it's like this cycle, like I was saying before, this cycle has to come to an end. And the lunar eclipse is going to be in Pisces, where her Atmakarka Mercury is, and where her sun and moon are. Is going to be in Pisces. And so this is coming out to show her, and not everybody else sees, this cycle that you're going through with your friends, and you know, all the friendship beefs, that has to end for you to go to your next level, and you have to heal whatever is at the root. So I'm going to go ahead for you in the chat and see what is going to be what's going to happen with Tamar. Let's go ahead and go there. What's going to happen with Tamar? Okay, and I use tarot. What's going to happen with Tamar? What is in the next 3 to 6? Let's say in the next 3 to 6 months. What's going to happen with Tamar? The lunar eclipse is on September 7th. So, you know, with a regular full moon, we'll experience the effects of it like 3 days before and 3 days after. But when it's a lunar eclipse, you experience the effects of it way before that. You know, some say a week, but it could be even. Some say a week before, but it could be even more than longer than that. And I think that's why this is coming out. Like, what's going to happen with Tamar in the next 3 to 6 months? Oh, what's coming out? Okay, it looks like she's going to be 6 of Roses. It looks like she's going to be leaving some things behind. But she's going to try to leave some things behind. But she's not going to be fully listening to her intuition. She's not going to be fully listening to what she needs to do. But I think what she is going to learn is 3 of Cups, how to collaborate with people better. 3 of Keys. She's going to learn how to collaborate with people better, how to work with people better. Okay? So that's the current energy and the outcome, and we'll probably go a little deeper. But I want to know about her relationship with her and Mandeezy. So I don't know a lot about Love and Hip Hop. I never watched it. I think that's what Mandeezy and Yandy are on. I just hear their names sometimes here and there. So let us see, and we're going to use the past life. Let's see what's going on. What can you tell me about Tamar's relationship with Mandeezy? Because I was just watching her response to Funky Dineva, and not her first one, her second one, and she was saying they were asking about why was Mandeezy in her video. I haven't seen the video. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even interested in the music. Just the messiness that's around it. I haven't watched the video, and I don't want to. But they were saying, like, in her live, when she was live, they were saying, what's going on? Why was he in the video? And she was like, well, that's his story to tell. And then, like, I was just listening to Make It Make Sense, and he was saying, like, she does stuff like this and says, she's not doing anything for attention. But if he was just in your video as just like a character in your video, then it would be easy to say, well, he was in my video because I wanted him to be one of the lead characters. That's simple to say. But she said, oh, I'll let him tell that story. That's his story to tell. So that's more like, why? This is what I was thinking. It could be true that she actually hurt herself, like she hurt herself, but also she could be also using this for attention. Karmic relationship came out. Karmic relationship came out. Oh no. This would be really trifling. What else can you tell us about why Mandeezy was, tell us more about Tamar and Mandeezy's relationship. What do we need to know about it? Well, we don't need to know nothing about it, but you know. What would be interesting to know about it? What would be interesting to know about their relationship? Celtic. Leave married men alone. Imprisonment, slavery, leaving or travel, transportation. Okay, it's a lot of movement, like getting out of something and moving forward. Okay, I want to know a little bit more about this. Yeah. Uh, please clarify this transportation, leaving or travel. Tell us more about this. Tell us more about that. What's going on? Hi, Rikshita. Okay. Tell us more about this. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Alright. Again, this Soulless Bodies of Water came out. Fair. This does have some situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. How are you? I'm doing good. Just doing this very late night reading. I was supposed to do this reading earlier, but a lot of stuff was going on. I was trying to get ready for my son's birthday party. He was running and running, so I just was like, I'm just going to take my time and do this reading when, I'm calm and in the right energy to do it. So, this is looking like, because like before, this is a karmic relationship. He's coming out of imprisonment, and he's disrespected his wife for long enough for us to gather that he okay, give me 1 second and I can answer that question for you, Rashida. So yeah, let me explain this real quick with this karmic relationship with her and Mandizi. Okay, so he feels imprisoned in a way with his wife, and his relationship with Tamar is a way for him to kind of get out of that. But this fairness, this justice is whatever happened to her could be karma for her for messing with somebody else's husband. Okay, so I think that has now I'm not saying that Mandisi's wife did something to her specifically, but that is what happened. Okay, so I'm going to take a little break with Tamar. And let's see, Stanley, current feelings for me, no contact. Okay, let's see, what is Stanley's current feelings? Okay, what we're going to use? What are we going to use? Let's use this. Okay, basically, I don't know if you're actually with this person or not, but what I'm getting, I'm going to pull some more cards for clarifying. I feel like wondering about this relationship, like having this relationship on your mind, like how does like, how they say, does he love me or does he love me not? That could be distracting for you, and it's something that you want to try not to worry about, but I know you want to get like specifically, so I'm getting that's just the first things that came out. Like, don't let it distract you from your everyday life. Please clarify some more. What are Stanley's current feelings for Rakshika? What are Stanley's current feelings for Rakshika? If you are focused on this relationship, or like I was saying, it could hurt the romance in it if there is a possibility for romance. So reunion, okay. Let's see here. Again, let me show you something real quick. Okay. Okay, so we have Diana came out twice. Okay. So this is the first Diana. Focus, intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. And this is Diana again in a different deck. Focus, intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. Okay? So, this is be positive about the relationship. This is something I don't think you need to worry about. But also, be positive and balanced with the rest of your life. Don't let it like consume you. Don't let it overwhelm you. I also have this forgiveness. I don't know if you guys are taking a break because one of you needs to be forgiven. But I don't know why this reunion needs to happen, but forgiveness is here for a reason. There might be some lack of forgiveness on somebody's end. Stay calm. And these similar cards. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. And stay calm. Trust in the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. So I think you can be positive about your reunion. Let me see your first questions again. Is he serious about you? Let's get a tarot for a yes or a no. Is Stanley serious about her? Yes. King of Keys. Yes. But he also, this staying focused might be like his energy. He might be focused on like his career or money. But he is focused on you. So that might be what the stay focused is all about. That's his focus. But also I'm not taking that back. He still need to stay focused. But yes, he is serious about you. And again, there's no need to worry about your reunion or your connection. I don't know if you have any other questions. Hopefully if that was helpful for you, let me know. Hopefully that clarified some things. You can go to my Cash App and donate if that was helpful for you in any way. It's CHAN CHANTILLY EGGERSON, and that's also in the description box. If you it's in the description as well. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. I'm gonna put these up. Let me see. All right. Putting these up. And I'm going to start over for it. Yeah, so while she's doing that, I am going to move on to, I want to know some more about Tamar's relationship with Funky Dineva. I didn't bring nothing to drink over here. Okay. Okay. Let's use these. Tell me what's going on with Tamar's relationship with Funky Dineva. Okay, so I'm going to do his energy with her energy and their energy together. What is Funky Dineva's energy concerning his relationship with Tamar? He's protecting himself. He's staying focused on protecting himself from her. And I guess he's doing what he keeps saying, you're going to pay me for my pain. He keeps saying that over and over and over again. And that's his way, I think, of putting his wall up and staying focused on his... I think the Funky, even though he does, yes. Even though... Okay. He does, has done, I'm talking about Funky Dineva, he's done a lot of stuff that I haven't agreed with. I have seen his, alright, good job. I have seen his growth over the years and working on himself, and I think that he is, yeah, I think he's working on himself and really trying to focus on healing and doing what he needs to do to take care of himself, to protect himself. So he's protecting his energy from Tamar by, you know, he's like, this is what came out. Diana, focus, intention, and Green Tara, supreme protection. So he's staying focused on protecting himself by forcing her and her team to tell the truth about his involvement, with whatever happened to Tamar. Are you asking, does he miss you? Because if I'm gonna, let me see. So that's his energy. Now I want to see what Tamar's energy is. What is Tamar's energy? What is Tamar's energy when it comes to Funky? Voice of truth, Joan of Arc. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Oh, then we have Mercury. Mercury is reversed. Mercury upside down right here. Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. So he's protecting himself. And her energy is, now it looks like she wants to talk. Let's see what else is going to come out. Move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. Yeah, just like I said before, like this situation is showing her, like, even though she's saying, you know, I'm not going to be messy anymore, I'll move beyond that. This situation is showing her you really have to stop all this right now, and now is the time to end this cycle. So she's probably trying to speak up now and be heard now so she can move past this challenge and focus on the music, focus on her launch. But it's so much in her that needs to be healed that it's just it's just coming out. Oh, his energy is positive to you. That's what I saw. His energy is positive to you. But he might be looking he might want forgiveness from you in some way. Let's see what Funky Dineva and Tamar's relationship is together. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. They still friends. They still gonna be friends. They're just having a little moment. Sometimes Funky falls out with his friends. You know, he get the way he get, then it'll be alright. Just like Tamar said that, like, they might be throwing a little shade at each other right now. But in her first post she said that she still loves him. They might take a break for a minute, but they still love and accept each other because they know who they are. They both messy. That's why. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. And karma releasing. This came out again. This has so much to do with Tamar's Atmakarka Mercury in her chart, and her sun and her moon being in Pisces, and this lunar eclipse being with Pisces. I feel like they both understand that this is a transformative time in her life. And even though Funky loves her as a friend, he has to still love himself. So he knows his worth. That's the knowing his worth. Even though he loves and accepts her, he's not going to back down from knowing his worth. Like, you're not going to just sit up here and let these people accuse me of doing something that I didn't do. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so this has a lot to do with this lunar eclipse. Yeah, this has a lot to do with this lunar eclipse. I think they can both feel the energy of something changing. Something changing, something being released. If you want to know, if you want any more questions, let me see. Yeah, if you have any more questions, you can go to my Cash App and donate, and then I can answer some more questions for you. Okay. So let me do some clarifying of some more of their relationship together. Let me know some more about this karma. I want to know more about this karma releasing. Golden opportunity. Important doors are being opened for you right now. Walk through them. Yep, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. She has to see this as a blessing. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. This is blooming, like starting something new. You're a Christian. Okay. Um, so this, if she is able to release this negative karma, because something with Atmakarka, like I was saying, her Atmakarka is Mercury, and you know your Atmakarka by looking at the planet in your chart that has the highest degree, right? So whatever Atmakarka you have, there are karmic lessons that you have to learn and that you have to overcome. I will. There are karmic lessons that you have to learn and overcome that are connected to that planet. And because her planet, her Atmakarka is Mercury, the karmic lessons she has to learn a lot about friendship. A lot about friendship and belonging in the family. That's what the new moon in Uttara Falguni Pada 2. It has a lot to do with being in a family or a group or organization and having some type of structure or being organized in a way. And she has that in her 7th house of business and relationships. So it's so much that she has to learn. And it's that's what this new moon was all about. Let me see, when was the new moon? The new moon was August, depending on where you were, 22nd or 23rd. I don't know if that's when all this stuff came out. I believe it was around that time. So she really, that's something that she has to learn. And if she is able to release this negative karma of always having negative relationships, then she can see more opportunities, and we can see the transformation, and she'll be able to have a new beginning, have a new start, if she can find some way to release all the negative karma. And yeah, okay. And if Funky is a part of this, of her karmically being able to look at herself and see how much she needs to work on her issues with needing attention and friendships. Funky is a part of this. So she might not like what he's doing. It might be messy, but it's important for her to see this needs to come to an end, and he's not going to get off of her, give her a pass, or let it go until she acts the way she needs to act. He's karmically a part of this lesson that she needs to learn. So hopefully she can step aside from her feelings and really understand that this lesson that she needs to see. Okay. So now I want to look at what's hidden, what's going on under the surface. Since we're talking about karma, I'm going to use the past life cards. What are the hidden energies going on with Tamar right now? imprisonment, slavery, unrequited love, persecution and inquisition. Okay, that's how she's feeling. Let's clarify some more. I want to know more about this imprisonment and slavery. Okay. Okay, tell me more about this imprisonment and slavery. Because what it's looking like so far is what's going, like the hidden energy. Okay. This reading that I'm doing, this video is all about Tamar. And so that's what the focus is going to be about. If you want a personal reading, you can send me an email, and my email is in the description. Okay. It's looking like the hidden energy is the lunar eclipse and her needing to have a new start. But this unrequited love, this is sad because I don't even feel like this has to do with a specific person. I just feel like she might just feel unloved, but at the same time, she needs to learn how to love other people. Something else. Where did I see Lilith at in her chart? Yeah, she has like a strong feeling of not being accepted when it comes to like the way that she communicates, when it comes to her siblings, when it comes to sometimes even her skills, which is sad because she's very talented. And I feel like that's what this unrequited love is all about. It was what's going on underneath the surface. It's just a strong feeling of rejection. And that's what's under the surface of all this. What's underneath the surface? Horus, cosmic gateway. This is also Mercury. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. You know what? And with anything that has to do with the nodes of the moon, the south node, the north node, there's things that happen that it's just the universe or God taking over and just doing this thing, and it's really it's things that need to happen karmically, which is it's really not much you can do about it. You just need to go with the flow and don't go against it. And that's what this card, I believe, is talking about. This miraculous changes are occurring. Hopefully she doesn't resist these changes that's happening underneath the surface. Soul expansion. That was just talking about Jupiter, and here he come right here. Her Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Definitely. Definitely. If she does, that's what's going on under the surface. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And I was just talking about this feeling of unrequited love. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is, she's tired of, underneath the surface, she's tired of, even though it might not look like it, she's tired of things happening like this to her. She might be so deep in whatever she's in that she might not even see that a lot of the stuff is self-inflicted. A lot of the stuff that happens to her is self-inflicted. And hopefully this lunar eclipse, because with lunar eclipses, and like again, it happens on September 7th, you can start to see things even like clearer oh no, but you can start to see things clearer than you have. And hopefully she'll be able to see herself, because Pisces is in her first house of self. Well, I'm judging just by her moon, so this is all her emotional self, because I don't know her exact birth time, so I'm just going by her moon. Pisces, where the lunar eclipse is going to be, is going to it'll help her see herself more, and that will help her change and transform and expand. No problem. Tell me more about this. I already know this persecution and inquisition has a lot to do with, her being in the news and everybody making videos about her right now. I already know that. So let's see what this unrequited love is about. Karma releasing. Karma releasing. Dharma unfolding. Dharma unfolding. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Now they talk about their father not being there like they wish that he would have been there, and him, having this relationship with his current wife. But I feel like there's a lot of healing that she needs to do that's connected with her mother. Because I was watching something that they did. They was doing some type of little interview together, and she was saying how she feels like Tony Braxton is her mother's favorite, and it does seem like most of the time her mom is more focused on getting her together than she is with the other ones, than her sisters. So that unrequited love that she feels, it might be coming from her mom. And her Mercury, like I was talking about, is going to be her Mercury it rules her fourth house, and the fourth house represents your mother. So because the lunar eclipse is going to be transiting over her Mercury, she might release that feeling of being unloved that's connected with her mother. Or maybe it's not so much being unloved, but not accepted as much as the other sisters are. Yeah. Yeah. Aww. So that's what's because the mother card came out before, and it has to do like she might feel rejected by her father, which they have all voiced that, like they feel like he just up and left them. But she feels it from her mother and her father, and I don't know if her sisters feel the same way. Um, so that feeling of unloved and seeking attention and being the baby of the family, just like Ayana said, you keep seeking attention because you feel like you've never had it, you know, and that's what this hidden energy is all about. She needs to heal from that still. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I already know the hidden energy. So let's see what her spiritual advice is to move forward. Then we'll close it up. What my future reading for my no contact relationship. If again, you just have to look in the description for my email, and you can email me, and we can talk about that there. All right, so let's see what her spiritual advice is, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We already did the outcome. What is Tamar's spiritual advice? Which cards do I use? Tarot? What is Tamar's spiritual advice moving forward? Her spiritual advice is so much that she resists. And I think that's why she seems like she's almost stuck in a state of arrested development, because it's like she doesn't hear, she doesn't see, she doesn't listen, and the only thing she's really focused on is money and success. But it's other things that she needs to actually receive and see and listen that she just ignores. She ignores wisdom. She ignores seeing the truth. Like these relationships that she's had, especially this guy, the JR guy, and I think it was another one before her, and everybody was like, Tamar, you don't see what's going on? Like, you don't see what's happening? I think it was the guy that was right before him, too. Like, oh my gosh. It's so much that she ignores because she just wants what she wants. She just wants what she wants. So the wisdom that she needs to, the wisdom and discernment that she needs to take heed, she doesn't. The things she needs to see, open her eyes and see for the truth for what they really are, she won't. And it's going to continue to affect her creativity, and she's not going to get the success that she wants, that she's so focused on, if she doesn't open her eyes and open her eyes and see. So that is her advice. Her advice is to again go back within. You came out too soon. There's too much healing that she needs to do for her to be trying to come out, and especially if her music is not reflecting the healing that she's done or the healing that she needs to do. She needs to go back in, go back within, talk to Dr. Ayana or talk to somebody who can help her heal, who can help her see, and let her guards down, stop being defensive all the time, or she's going to stay in this immature, arrested development type energy. Like I said, we're the same. I think she's in her 40s, or she might be a little bit older than me. Either way, she should be at a different level by now, but she's still doing really immature stuff because of what she refuses to accept about herself and the people around her. So that's her advice. So hopefully, Tamar, if you're listening to me, hopefully that's what you do, and I feel like you'll have more success. She might feel like she won't, but you'll have more success by healing than you will by being messy. So that is what I have for you, and I will be talking more about this lunar eclipse that comes that's going to be coming on September 7th. I'll be doing some shorts, I'll be going live, and then yeah, you can get readings concerning the lunar eclipse when I go live. They'll be for a certain amount, but they'll be affordable. So until I talk to you then, I hope you enjoy your night. I know this is late, so go get some sleep. That's what I'm about to do. All right, night night.